Halloween had always been my favorite holiday. The thrill of dressing up in a spooky costume, the excitement of wandering through dimly lit streets, and the promise of haunted houses filled with ghouls and ghosts. It was all so irresistible. This year, however, was different. It was Halloween night, and I was driving home alone after a party. I was so tired, and also I was feeling sleepy, so I took a shortcut through the woods. But now I was starting to regret it. The trees were dark and twisted, and the road was winding and narrow. I couldn't see very far ahead of me in the fog. Suddenly, I saw something move in the road ahead. I slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. I hit something and my car went off the road. I got out of the car and looked around. I couldn't see anything in the fog, but I could hear a noise. It was a low growling sound coming from somewhere in the woods. I started to walk back down the road. I didn't know what had hit my car, but I knew I had to get away. I hadn't gone very far when I heard the growling sound again. It was closer this time. I could feel the hot breath of the creature on my neck. I ran as fast as I could, but the creature was faster. It tackled me to the ground and pinned me down. I ran as fast as I could, but the creature was faster. It tackled me to the ground and pinned me down. I looked up into the creature's eyes. They were red and glowing, and its fangs were bared. I knew I was going to die. But then, something happened. A bright light filled the forest, and the creature screamed in pain. It released me and ran away. I stood up and looked around. The light was coming from a figure standing in the middle of the road. The figure was tall and slender with long, flowing hair. It was wearing a white dress stained with blood. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a ghost. But this ghost was different from the ones I had seen in movies and TV shows. This ghost was real, and it was here to help me. The ghost raised its hand and pointed to the road ahead.
Go, and don't look back.
I ran. I ran as fast as I could. I didn't dare look back. I ran until I couldn't run anymore. I collapsed on the side of the road, exhausted and terrified. I lay there for a long time, listening to the sound of my own breathing. Finally, I stood up and looked around. The sun was starting to rise. The fog was lifting, and the forest was no longer as dark and menacing. I walked back to my car and got in. I started the engine and drove away. I didn't look back. I got home safely, but I couldn't shake the feeling that the ghost was still following me. I knew that if I was ever in danger again, it would be there to protect me. But I also knew that I had to be careful. The ghost had saved my life, but it was still a ghost. And ghosts can be dangerous. A few days later, I was walking home from work when I saw the ghost again. It was standing in the shadows of an alleyway. I stopped and looked at it. The ghost raised its hand and waved. I took a deep breath and walked towards the ghost. "Why did you save my life?" The ghost smiled.
Because you're special. You have a gift.
"What kind of gift?"
The gift to see the world beyond the veil. You can see the things that most people can't.
I didn't know what to say.
You're destined for great things, but you must be careful. There are those who would seek to harm you.
"Who?" I asked.
Those who would keep the world in darkness. Those who would fear the light.
The ghost reached out and touched my forehead.
I give you my power. Use it wisely.
And then the ghost was gone. I stood there for a long time, trying to process what had just happened. Had I just imagined the whole thing? I didn't know. But one thing was for sure. I would never be the same again.